Welcome back. I know it's been a while again, and I'm sorry about that. But in the last 2 months, it's not been easy. So the 15th March is when it all started. Like when the hell that I was not expecting happened. And that was when I reported my now ex-boyfriend to the police for threatening to beat me up. And I hope you're all enjoying the glorious weather, by the way. I know everyone in Britain will be. We don't normally get this weather on bank holidays. But yeah, I reported him to the police for threatening to beat me up. And over the course of the last 2 years, that he controlled pretty much every aspect of my life. Hated it when I went out with friends or went to see family. He told me to get raped on more than one occasion. He told me to go and kill myself on more than one occasion. And then when I finally reported him to the police, he threatened to beat me up. And that was the last time. And then the police took him in to Crawley police station, and he got cautioned for stalking. So the reason behind the stalking caution is he turned up at my granddad's uninvited on more than one occasion. And he would continuously ring my phone, so literally there'd be, on one occasion alone, there were more than 100 missed calls on my phone from him, purely because I hadn't answered his call, and because I was with a friend helping her, and so he called me 100 times in the space of about half an hour. And so yeah, that was, just part of the issue. And if he'd try and control what I wore when I wore it. He basically just tried to control every aspect of my life. And then on March 15th, I reported him to the police. March 16th, the police came and took a statement from me. And it was determined that he was going to be arrested and cautioned on the charge of stalking after about 2 hours, an hour and a half of giving my statement to the police. It was quite a hard decision to make, especially after we'd been together for 4 years. Those 4 years I'm not going to get back. I'm not going to get the last 4 years of my life back, which is sad. I gave him so much. I was there for him 24/7. I would have given the world to him. I thought he, at one stage or another, I thought he was the one. And I thought he was the one I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And then in the last 2 years, he became quite controlling, and everything else. He, on more than one occasion, like I said, made threats against me, told me to go and get raped, told me to go and kill myself. And I was living in fear every goddamn day in the end. Wondering what he was going to do next. And now, 2 months on, I'm glad I got out of that relationship and I got out of that situation, because now I'm fine. I'm doing a lot better. I'm happy again, which I didn't think was ever going to be possible. Because you know, I didn't think I was ever going to get out of that situation. I was miserable. I don't think there was a day that went by in the last 2 years I didn't at least contemplate suicide. And now I'm doing a lot better than I was when I was with him. It is sad the way that it had to end the way it did. And it is sad that I had to get the police involved. But it is what it is. You know, it could have ended so much more amicably. We could have been civil, and you know, it could have ended so much, you know, so much more civilly than it did. But I'm so glad now that I got out of that relationship, because not only was I not safe in that relationship, I was miserable. I lived a life of fear. Even after I reported him to the police, I feared what he was going to do. I feared him turning up my house. I feared him turning up at my grandfather's house. And I felt so guilty for reporting him to the police, because, you know, as much as I loved him, I couldn't stay in that relationship. And now I hope he's learnt his lesson, and I hope he's taken something from this. I really do. It has been a rough ride. It's been a rough couple of months. In so many ways. But now, I'm finally getting my life back. I'm finally living again. And now, I couldn't be happier. I don't hate him. I don't think I could ever hate him, because there was a time when he did make me really happy, and I did really love him, and I thought he was the one I was going to spend the rest of my life with. But if there is anyone watching this going through a similar situation where they're in a really volatile relationship, or you know, their partner is making threats against them, making their life a living hell, controlling every aspect of their life, then please seek help, and please get out, because you'll, in the long run, you'll do so much better for it. And I really do understand that it is hard to get out. It took me 2 years to get out. And hopefully, by me sharing this story with you, then it'll encourage someone else to get out. of a situation that isn't right and isn't okay. He, my ex, at no point do I hate him for what he's done. I probably should hate him because he made my life a living hell for 2 solid years. But I don't. I wish him and his family nothing but the best for the future, and hopefully from the outcome of this situation he's learned something, and he's learned that he can't go around treating people the way he treated me, because in the end all that happened was he got a police caution, and hopefully he's learnt the hard way now that you can't treat people the way he treated me. And even when the police officer was here taking my statement, he did send, I did get inundated with messages, and I think there were about 23 missed calls, just from him, and which did help the case. And the police officer that came out to me, he was so understanding and so helpful. And I know everything that, people are going to be struggling to trust the police, especially with everything that's going on in the media about police at the minute, and especially with everything that's happened with Sarah Everard, or, things like that, and everything that's happened in the last year with police and social media. But I can safely say this, it's not every police officer. There are good ones out there, and I'm so grateful for the one that came out to me. I hope you guys are all good, and hopefully I will be posting more for you, and on a regular basis as well. But I hope you're all good and enjoying the glorious weather.